What is going on, people? It is Hunter here. Welcome back to another video. And in today's segment, I decided to pull out my phone, pull out the camera, and start recording right now. So, as you guys can see, I was thinking of going to the gym today, but I was like, nah, never mind. I think what I'm gonna do is not the 10,000 step challenge, but I did get inspired by this one YouTuber that I did watch, and I guess that guy lives in Detroit. I forgot his channel name, but shout out to him. I've been watching his videos a lot, and he's inspired me to come out here, you know, listen to some music maybe. I'm not listening to music now since I'm recording this, but come out here, reflect on a lot of things that I have done so far in my life. My birthday was 3 days ago, so if you guys haven't checked the birthday vlog, make sure you check that out. We were gambling, but we were in the red, and that's okay. We got to recoup and figure out what we got to do next to do better when we hit the tables again. Potentially we might have some special guests on there, but we'll see if we can work around his work schedule and see how that goes. But other than that, as you guys can see, I'm outside, not at the nature spot. I'm actually just walking. The sun is shining, the temperature is finally going down where I live. So yeah, we're hitting fall season pretty soon, and I'm really excited about that. But since I'm not hitting the gym today, I decided, I was like, you know what, let's be a little active. Let's just go for a walk. So the past 20 minutes, I was just talking to myself, just reflecting on everything that has been going on right now. And I wanted to talk about finances, actually. There we go. So we'll title this video something about finances. Look, I'm one to talk to as well, because, you know, I raked up a substantial amount of credit card debt. Now, not anything where I can't afford to pay it off, but then it makes me realize to really live below my means. And in a way, I use it in a positive way to trick my mind to being like, oh fuck, I spent this amount, now it's gonna pop up on my balance, now I have to pay this shit off. But it's a win-win situation, especially if you think about it. As long as you have a good credit card that has cash back or points reward system, that's kind of the whole point of how credit cards work, especially the useful credit cards. The ones that are useful, like say for instance, the Chase Sapphire Reserve or Preferred, that one is really good if you travel. The Reserve, however, that's the more bougie premium one, which is close to the Amex Platinum, so it's like neck to neck. Those are really good if you travel very often, right? So a handful of us don't travel a whole lot often, so I got the Sapphire Preferred, which is still very solid. The benefits you get from it is very solid as well, so I can't complain about that shit at all. Yeah, that's a really good card to travel with. And then I also have the Unlimited, Chase Unlimited, Freedom Unlimited, which is really good. So the Chase Trifecta is a really popular one that a lot of people do use. So that's the one I'm using. But when it comes to credit cards, you got to be careful of how you use them. Obviously, a lot of people don't really know nowadays. They just have this facade in their head. Like, okay, I can pay off in a month. People tend to miss out. And what most people do with the credit cards is they do the minimum payment, and that's what you don't want to do. What happens if you do that is it tricks you into thinking like, okay, you know what I mean, I have this much balance, but all I have to pay is $40. Like, no, bro. What's actually happening is because you're not really paying it fully, it's starting to accumulate its interest, especially if the credit card is like a 20%, 27% APR. That's ridiculous. If that has that, bro, your freaking $20 purchase, and if you don't pay that shit off within the next 3 months, it's gonna be like, whoa, shit. Sorry guys, I think that was a bee. Holy fuck, that scared shit out of me. Whew. Okay, back to what I was saying. So look, that $20 purchase is gonna go from $20, dude, I guarantee, to like $120. So you're literally paying a $20 purchase for like $50 to $100. I could be off with the math, but you guys get the idea. You want to spend below at least 10% of your credit card usage, and keep it at that, and don't spend no more. And always, if you want to really build credit, especially in America, you always want to pay the balance off in full, okay? Even better if you can just actually enable auto pay. But when you do auto pay, which most credit card companies do offer, obviously, in their app, do the statement balance, okay? So do the statement balance, because that fully pays off your balance of the month, and then you won't have another payment due. So that's the best way to do it. Now, when it comes to saving money, however, I think on the internet, from what I've seen, they say at least you should be saving 10 to 15% of your income. I'd say, I don't know if you guys ever heard of this rule. It's called the 20-50-30 rule. So how it goes is 50% towards your needs, 20% towards your debt and savings, and 30% towards your wants. Obviously, I would flip that number around. I would go 30% savings and debt, and then 20% towards your wants. Because still within that 20%, depending on your income, I mean, that's still a solid amount of money if you let that build where you can do whatever the fuck you want with that money, right? Because obviously, we have to treat ourselves. Obviously, we have to indulge in certain things, but not making it an everyday habit. Because if you make it an everyday habit, it's going to be a vicious cycle, and you're going to stay broke. Me realizing this at how old I am now, 24 years old, I'm like, we can't be fucking around anymore. I'm at that pinnacle point where I'm halfway through my 20s. Now, it's something that I hate to admit, but I haven't really made a whole lot of progress financially until now, until I was like, you know what? I actually need to get my shit together. I can't be fucking around anymore. We got to get dialed in and locked in, and that's why I titled it Dialed In series. But yeah, that's what I recommend to anybody that is financially down bad. Another recommendation and tip, live below your means. This one is really hard, especially when we have so much shit and live in a country full of distraction and easy access to everything, where you can just go grab fast food. You have every choice to get up, get in your car, and the convenience of fast food is right there because it's made and you don't have to go to the grocery store or nothing. But I think if you make the extra move, make the extra step, take the extra step of going to the grocery store, and if you work a 9 to 5 especially, I'd highly recommend meal prepping. So choose one day out of the week, which is most likely going to be your day off, to meal prep all your meals. And that will save you time, save you a lot of money. If you can discipline yourself of like, you know what, I have food at home and I only can eat food at home, you are going to save a lot of money. All right. Another piece of advice I can give for getting your finances together is your vices. Okay. This is drinking, weed, nicotine, or whatever substance you're like using on a daily. You need to cut that shit out or control it, basically. To me, it's like, you know, I always obviously practice what I preach about, talking about quitting smoking weed and shit. But if you're finding a substantial amount of like if you're using it in moderation, I don't see a problem in that. Personally, I don't really see a problem if you're moderately indulging weed, moderately drinking, and moderately doing nicotine. If you're doing that shit in moderation, like a once in a while kind of thing, maybe once a week, I don't see anything wrong with that. Just as long as you're making progress in your life, just as long as you're doing what needs to be done in your life, what you have to do, you know what I'm saying? But if you're indulging in it damn near every day, I'm telling you, you think you're making progress, but you're really not making no progress in your life. So either two things have to happen. Either control it, reduce the amount of like smoking you're doing, reduce the amount of indulging you're doing in these substances, or just outright do cold turkey and quit. You're gonna feel withdrawals, but that's just part of the process, bro. That's just how it works, because that is showing a sign that all that shit you were consuming is detoxifying from you. Also, to me, social media, that's another one. YouTube, you know what I mean? That's one thing I started to realize about this platform is, yeah, I'm making videos, but instead of actually expanding my knowledge, because this is how it is. I think it's most common for us to watch these self-improvement videos that we watch, mindlessly consume it, and then completely forget about all the tips and advice that these people are giving. Because they're giving free, useful, tips of advice. But the thing is, we're always trying to find the solution. You're always trying to find the answer to in the self-improvement. And it's just a vicious cycle, bro. You're really not really doing nothing. So in order to do things, you just got to take initiative and action. So I decided, today I could have just sat in my house on my ass all day, mindlessly consuming videos. Instead of doing that, I was like, you know what? Let me come out here and go for a walk. You know what I'm saying? Since I'm not really hitting the gym today, and I was justifying because of the time I wake up. That's the thing I really don't like about my job is, yes, don't get me wrong, the money is great. It's amazing money from where I work and where I live. But this is the timing, bro, because I work swing and I don't go to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning. And on top of that, bro, like I don't wake up till 10 a.m. because obviously if you want to get gains you know, because I hit the gym often, you have to have a full optimal 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day. You know what I mean? So I'm already, like I said, when you wake up at 10 o'clock, think about it. It's already a substantial amount of your day already gone. And then, within like, I don't know, I think it's almost 12, 1 o'clock, within the next like 3 or 4 hours, like I got to go to work. So it's like, it's kind of the messed up part. It's like, you obviously need your full sleep, but just try to find that niche and fixate your time on how you want to start your routine. I think routine is very important. Repetition is the most important to make progress in your life. So I think I'm going to end the video here, guys. I'm pretty much going to walk back to the crib. This was a good walk. Thank you guys so much for watching, for this little, I guess, ranting about what I was venting about, which is improving yourself and your finances. So right now would be a good period of time to live below your means, save as much money as you possibly can. Already got 3 months of the year left. We got to end the year with a bang, bro. We have to end the year with a bang. It's time to lock in and get dialed in. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.